examined a new scheme, and this is the crucial elevation, okay, which said these are the outlines of the existing buildings. If we remove the rather ugly monopitch building, remove the other building, but replace it with a sort of similar volume, slightly wider, what you see from the common is improved. You have a nice dry stone wall, you have sort of timber slatting, a metal roof, very simple.
And that's particularly important in terms of visual impact because we're next to a conservation area.
Yep.
We're actually in the conservation area still here.
Yeah, we are.
And so you have to demonstrate that you are either at least not making things worse or enhancing.
Yeah.
And arguably here, you're offering an enhancement.
There was a scheme before this, which sort of took the kind of bunker approach. Where's that gone? Yeah.
I like this actually.
Yeah.
I've got to say that elevation, it does remind me of a National Trust or English Heritage Visitor Centre entrance outside a grand sort of, Stonehenge or something like that.
So then we realised that direction wasn't going to work. So then we kind of came upon the idea of, okay, look, let's go back to what we've got on site. We've got a pitched building that is quite long, actually, not that low, and we have a single-storey monopitch building, very ugly. If we accept that, if we reduce the size of those volumes at common side and put everything below, there's very little they can argue against.
From the perspective of the conservation
Massing.
area. So massing. So
Massing.
the perspective that was important was from the listed building side,
Yeah.
the conservation area. So the view in the other direction considered to be less significant?
Yeah, this is sort of where you ended up with, okay, so a volume on top of something else which sort of was hidden behind a dry stone wall. So that then I think becomes, that was acceptable. So that is actually what we got our first planning permission on.
Okay.
A modern reinterpretation of the vernacular existing building with something tucked below.
Using vernacular material, using stone,
Local stone, metal.
agricultural forms and materials.
Yeah, exactly. And the key drawing in many ways is this section, showing that the living space is below, that the building is approximately the same size as the existing mass, slightly in different location. And this is very hard to say no to, given that we tied the use of the building and the main house, that there wasn't any contamination, that ecology was fine, that the landscape visual impact assessment said that they had limited, if not beneficial, impacts. So we got planning. At that point, we started doing a redesign to do with pushing it forward, to do with some of issues around common ownership, and it changed very little. We just moved the plan slightly forward. The section stayed very similar. We just pulled it out from the bank slightly to get more light into the side. And then we got planning on that, because it moved it into
as an amendment or as a complete
new planning application,
okay.
Because we actually, by moving forward, we slightly changed the red line, so the area of land that the application responded to. So that's a whole new planning application.
Each application costing you
£384. And I was drawing, and I always struggled with the relationship of this upper volume with the lower volume.
Yeah.
It worked well from the common side. I couldn't get it to work on the green side, and I thought I could, and I sort of persuaded myself it was going to be fine. And we actually started introducing this idea of piers, ironstone piers, to kind of reference the viaduct, and that seemed like a very solid. And I couldn't get it to work. And then one day, I was washing my car, standing up on the road. And what's lovely about this village is I wash my car, and when you sit out the front and do anything up there, people walk past and you see all the people you know in the village and you chat. And it's really nice. And I suddenly thought, if we live down in the lower, down by the stream, and there's nothing at the top there, I'm not going to get those moments with people. And that's a shame. And suddenly I thought, what if we got rid of the top floor completely, made the bottom, having established this volume of 230 square meters, we could actually take the volume from the first floor, put it on the ground floor, and make it a single-storey building. And then put the allotment on the roof so that when we're up there doing some gardening, we can chat to the people who walk past.
Amazing, what an amazing idea.
So it was just
radical.
like, that's how we stay part of the village.
So you got rid of the first floor, not the ground floor.
So this is what you get to.
Where's the house?
Exactly. The whole top floor is gone. It sits behind a dry stone, open jointed, dry stone type wall. It is single story. It is a bungalow, as my children like to say. It's like it's a single story building with a rusted core 10 steel top, and it really sort of blends into the
It's
land.
almost a subterranean house. It's semi-buried.
It's very much a semi-buried thing, and the crucial view in many ways
That is astonishing. It's just gone.
It's gone
I mean, from a
and
perspective of a conservation area, I mean, this is a massive enhancement. Because there's nothing there.
There's
Just
nothing
a very nice wall built out of the local ironstone.
So you walk onto the building. There is a flower bed around a staircase that takes you down to the house. There are a series of allotment beds on the top. This is an extensive, so a 200, 300 mil soil wildflower meadow
Which you can
on the
actually
roof.
produce on.
Well, this is wildflower. These are going to
Okay,
be producing
raised
beds.
beds.
Yeah, raised
Right.
beds. This is, proper green roof in the true sense of the word. Then you come downstairs, beautiful long corridor with large set of roof lights, a secondary entrance out to the lower level. Kitchen, living, courtyard with a tree, sitting room, bedrooms, master
Fantastic.
bedroom.
And almost south-facing.
Yeah, south
loads
again is
of
there.
light, and the wall is protecting it from the elements from the north.
And then because it's single story, we can just drop in roof lights where we need to get light.